The following presentation contains content that some individuals may find sensitive or distressing.
Welcome back! We at Dungeon Studios are so proud to present our Season 1 finale. Say hey, gang!
Hi!
Oh, okay, that's enough. Enough! My name is Jake Alexander, and I wrote the episode that you're about to hear with the help, of course, of my voice actor minions.
You know it!
Yeah. Silence, minions! Silence! This season of stories has been such a fun experience, and we are so glad to have been able to share it with you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for listening, sharing, and supporting us all along the way. You give every one of us an excuse to get together to make magic, and you can join us too. Click the link below to join our Discord. And if you enjoy our show, please leave us a like, subscribe, and give us some feedback in the comments. We love you all so very much. Please sit back and enjoy the eternal struggle.
Get a lozenge.
A human approaches the crossover, its keepers unaware of who she truly is. Her features, attire, gait, and complexion are all unremarkable. What she can do, however, is nothing short of miraculous. This sorcerer radiates a power unlike any seen before across the face of Eneron. A power rivaling, perhaps, even the Eternals of the crossover. Maybe even I, Alabaster, your gracious host, should find myself quaking at the thought of this mere mortal. Ha, ha. Well, I should not get too carried away. Nevertheless, determining a fate for our next patron will prove quite the challenge for Erith and Orrigan. I'm sure it will leave us all on the edge of our seats.
Tell me, husband, how many more remain this day? I tire of these vapid souls. The day's end beckons.
Patience is a virtue, my love. I'd have thought one versed in vengeance such as yourself would have a greater reserve of it.
Answer the question, lover mine.
There is but one left. Oh, here she comes now.
Welcome, mortal, to your final judgment.
Tell us your deeds in life, and we shall determine how you spend eternity.
Speak, mortal.
So, this is the Skurg. Now I have walked all the plains.
Pardon? Do speak up. Your name is Vocifera, is it not? I must say you have quite the impressive track record, even for a sorceress. Necromancy, psychomancy, even astromancy. Each is a talent many fail to acquire in 100 lifetimes, and yet you...
You're a mere human. Goliath tells me you are the one they call the most powerful mage in all of Eneron.
As powerful as an Eternal, some dare say. Foolish, of course. You could not even evade your own death.
Very foolish. I could see you confined to the Skurg for eternity for such hubris.
I know you're quite capable of speech, Vocifera. You are trying our patience. Tell us your deeds in life, that we may render judgment in death.
Eryth and Orrigan, yes? It's a pleasure. But I must be getting back.
You may know our names, but I see you underestimate the gravity of where you are. It's time you submitted to us. Perhaps if you kneel, we'll consider a merciful afterlife for you.
You know, you were right when you said I was not powerful enough to escape death. But you were wrong to think that I'm not powerful enough to cheat it.
What? Orrigan, what did you do?
Oh, please, you know full well it wasn't me. I believe she has returned.
Returned? To Eneron? Alive? How?
It seems it was us who underestimated her.
No. She has underestimated how vengeful I can be.
My love, you know what they say about foolish actions.
Are you calling me a fool?
No, of course not.
But better to be thought a fool than act and remove all doubt. We do not yet know what we're dealing with.
A mortal's proverb. I am vengeance. Goliath. Oh, who's a little killing machine? See that our escapee is returned to us, in as many pieces as you like.
With pleasure, my mistress. It didn't take me long to find Vocifera. In the back room of a Bravulian tavern, she conspired with her sycophants.
Mistress, you've returned.
Old news, Larfy.
We thought you were dead.
A trifling inconvenience.
Even a mage as powerful as her could not detect me. I could have my claws at her throat before she even suspected a thing. But how to make her death painful, I wonder.
Are we ready for the new Eneron, milady?
Almost, Larfy. But more importantly, the new Eneron is finally ready for me. There is just one more thing I must do before it will be mine to reshape. The Eternals have ruled for long enough.
Bah, enough chatter. This witch is clearly deranged. Time to return you to my mistress.
Oh, but dear kitty.
She looked me dead in the eye.
It is you who will be returning.
No! No!
I don't understand. I lost contact with Goliath just a few minutes. My sweet, you've returned. I trust that treacherous Vocifera is not long behind you. Probably bleeding out slowly. You're such a good little kitty, aren't you? Yes, you are.
My dear.
Shush, my love. I want to hear my Snookums tell a story of a glorious disemboweling. Decapitating. Ooh, a disintegrating, perhaps.
Yes, of course. May I say, however...
Goliath, please do tell. I'm practically salivating.
Erith! Look where Goliath is standing.
Oh, yes. It's quite cute. He's right where all of our subjects stand when they meet their end. It's as if he's waiting.
To be judged.
No, my sweet little, my beautiful, my Goliath. What has she done to you?
I'm sorry, mistress. I did not know she could see me. Her magic is stronger than we imagined. Far stronger. I was unable to get away before.
Don't say it. Orrigan, do something. Bring my kitty back, now!
My dear, I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure it's possible.
What? We're masters of the crossover, are we not? We and we alone determine what happens to the souls who pass through these doors. I demand it. Bring him back!
My love, do not forget, Goliath is an Ugliavex. He has no soul to return. I'm afraid we're powerless in this instance. We're bound by our duty.
No, that's not possible. There must be a way.
It's okay, my mistress. It has truly been an honor serving you. You've given me more love and affection than I could have ever hoped for. And more than that, a purpose.
My dear, I'm so sorry, but Goliath has met his end. He awaits his final judgment.
Eternal peace. I couldn't fathom anything else for my darling.
Of course, my dearest love. It shall be done.
This is not the end, Goliath. I will find a way to bring you back. I'll seek out Tolken, the most powerful of all Eternals if I must.
Be well, my mistress. I'll never forget you.
Don't worry, my sweet. You will not be forgotten. But you will be avenged.
And now, dear listeners, I present you with a rare privilege. Today I invite you with me to attend a convocation. What that is, well, I choose to say no more. I believe you are about to find out.
There's a reason we keep to our separate domains. There is a reason that there's not been a convocation since... I don't think there's ever been one.
This threat is beyond us. I see no alternative. Unless you suppose sitting around in a gloomy tavern will magically yield all our solutions.
Well, you remember the others far more forgivingly than I do. I fear this will only hinder our cause, not help it.
Ah, and here comes the one who called this meeting. Eryth. It seems she does not realize that we Eternals all have our own business to attend to, tasks to complete, and...
Alabaster, enough!
Me?
I call for everyone's attention. Everyone!
Eternals!
I've got enough to...
Eternals, welcome. As you know, this is unusual, to say the least, to call a convocation with all of you, in the plane beyond time itself.
Actually, my dear, not all Eternals are here. Whilst I may be surprised to see Saren and Vilt in attendance, there are still a few missing. Kamina, Eldur, Tolken.
Shh, I know. You all know I wouldn't call you here, were it not for a peril that threatens not just us, but all of Eneron. Vocifera the Mage has become far too powerful. She must be eliminated. I fear the power of just a couple Eternals may not be enough to defeat her, but together...
I volunteer.
No surprises there. Truan the Bold is always the first to volunteer. But a good warrior he is, especially in spite of his blindness.
Thank you, Truan. Now, I will not hide my personal conviction. Vocifera murdered my sweet little kitten Goliath, and has escaped my judgment twice. Vengeance quickens my blood.
I'm loyal to you, Erith. If it's revenge you seek, then I will join your cause.
Aif, as always, you and your penchant for poison hold a special place in my cold heart. Who else will join us?
Gormus of the Wise, Sasu the Worthy, I call on you. Would you permit an undeserving, self-entitled mage, one who has done little to earn such power, to wreak havoc across the world? Vocifera makes Clyron the Elder seem like a mere street performer. Undeserved power of this magnitude must not go unchallenged.
Yes! I would rather die than see this scourge continue.
Indeed. Let us see Vocifera robbed of such unwarranted prowess.
Idala the Patient, I now call on you. The time for diplomatic relations with Vocifera has passed. I need the old Idala, the one who would not hesitate to bring destruction to that which he judged to be an irredeemable evil. Vocifera is this evil.
Then you have me further.
Good. Finally, I call on Marlana, Warden of the Present. I don't think I need to convince you of the dire effect this will have on Eneron's very destiny.
You have already convinced me, Erith. I will fight at your side.
Thank you. And now, the rest of you must choose a side.
You're asking us to risk our lives, Erith. 'Tis no small request.
I know what I'm asking, Saren, but if you are not with us, then you are permitting an evil like this to ravage the world as we know it. If you don't...
For such a pitiful Eternal, you can make quite the rousing speech, Erith. How's Goliath, by the way? Did he send my regards?
Is this the effort you're talking about?
Are you here? The Convocation exists outside time itself.
I'll admit, I've only dabbled in chronomancy, one of the trickier disciplines to master. Reaching the plane beyond time itself took me a whole week.
She's toying with powers she doesn't understand.
She doesn't deserve a shred of it.
If you're so smart, Vocifera, Why would you come here? You only risk galvanizing the entire contingent of Eternals against you.
Oh, don't you see, Erith? That was always the plan.
How dare she? Every word of hers is like poison in my ear.
It was always going to happen, one way or another. Enron was made for me to rule. Removing you Eternals from the equation? It'll be like clearing termites from wood.
She threatens our very reality.
Erith was right. We cannot let this evil pass.
My love, I fear even those present don't stand a chance against her. This is not a fight we can win. We need an alternative.
He hasn't shown up.
Who?
My original plan was to kill you all. Thank you, Erith, by the way, for collecting everyone in one place. Well, most of them anyway.
Can't be!
He's dead.
Found this one in the Nether Void. The Eternal named Kurai, was he? No matter. It's my domain now. Which one of you is next? Oh, so many to choose from.
Every time you take something from me, my vengeance redoubles. How much longer until you face a wrath you cannot match?
You can multiply 0 as many times as you like, Erith. It's still 0. Now, what was I saying?
Back down now, witch, and maybe we'll give you mercy.
Ah, yes, mercy. That's it. As I was saying, my original plan was to kill you all, but that... Now that would be a mercy you don't deserve.
Trust me, I know when one doesn't deserve mercy. I'm looking at her.
Sarsu, good to see you finally doing something. Tell me, all those mortal souls down there on Eneron, do you really care? Do you even hear their prayers anymore, or have you learned to drown them out? Sure, when one is to be robbed of their undeserved talents, you're there quick smart to tear down those tall poppies. But when one begs for your blessing, that you might grant them the most desperate desires of their heart, you turn the other cheek.
You bitch!
Ugh, I've had enough.
What is happening?
And that's another Eternal down. Well, form a line, everyone. Come on, chop chop.
I'll take that as my cue to exit.
No! Don't go! Cowards! We have to fight her together!
Wait, Vocifera! Just wait. Is that all? You're just going to kill us? Is that not a bit banal for one such as you? Surely someone of your power could think of something better.
Orrigan, what are you doing?
He's right. Why kill you and grant you peace when I can rob you of everything you are? It's time you tasted the sting of mortality. Only after that shall I wipe you out and make way for my new Eneron.
Eternals attack! It's now or never!
Never it is, then.
What a thrilling turn of events. As the Convocation ends in calamity, it seems Vocifera has won the day. For now. How, I wonder, will the Eternals reclaim their rightful place? Their numbers are scattered and dwindling, with many, including myself, fleeing back to our own domains. Ah, Vocifera. Welcome. You're late.
Alabaster, you're not putting up a fight. Of course. You see everything, don't you? Past, present, and future. That means you must already know I'm going to win. You're smarter than the rest. You know why I must do this. I assume as well that you're prepared to meet your fate?
Let's get this over and done with. I have other matters to attend to.
A clever joke. Thank you for making this easy. Goodbye, Alabaster. One more down. How delightful. At this rate, Eneron will be mine by lunchtime. Oh, hello. I have an audience. You were just listening to him, yes? You're listening to me right now, aren't you? My sincerest apologies. I never meant to neglect Alabaster's dear listeners. Wait right there. Just a moment. Okay. Whew. It seems this fable from the Forgotten will not have a happy ending for Erith and Orrigan, or the entire race of Eternals for that matter. Perhaps now they will know what it is like to be subject to the whim of a power far beyond them. Like many of those who have visited the Crossover, their fates are now decided. Damnation awaits. But perhaps this was their due. Justice, it seems, has finally come for them. This is so much fun! All right. Wait here, dear listeners, please. Don't go anywhere. I have just a few Eternals left to cross off my list. Some are proving quite difficult to track down. And then I shall return to regale you with many joyful tales from this utopia that will be my new Eneron.
What's going on? Where am I? Oregon?
Here, my love.
Eryth, Orrigan, there you are. Over here.
Vocifera, did she...
The fate of Eneron has been changed. Forever.
Erith, your leg!
What?
My dear, you're bleeding.
Make it stop. Make it stop.
Bandages or some cloth. Now! There. Can you stand?
I'm alright. Ugh, pain. I've forgotten what it feels like.
It seems Vocifera made good on her threat. Immortal now. We must look out for each other.
Lest we end up like Sasu.
What do we do now? Darkness has fallen across all of Eneron. Vocifera's new Eneron, perhaps. What did she mean by that?
I'm no good to you. I'm blind, but now, without my eternal powers, I can't fight at all. I'm useless. Leave me behind.
No one is being left behind. There's only one hope left for us.
Which is?
Tolken.
Tolken? Ha! Even some of us believe he's a myth.
No. As I am keeper of the present, Tolken is keeper of the past. Erith's plan makes sense.
That's assuming Tolkien has evaded Vocifera thus far. You heard her, didn't you? She said she was coming for all of her.
We just have to hope. That's all we have left.
Ugh. Subsisting on mere hope. How mortal.
Where do we find him?
At Tolkien's Rise, northwest of Vishenga, there is a temple. We pray there, and he may hear us.
Northwest of the Shinga, where the Orc tribes are.
Beyond.
How are we going to get all the way there?
Gormasol, something you wish to share?
I was a very learned sorcerer before I became an Eternal. Even without my immortality, I could portal us there. But I don't know how great a toll such a feat would take on me. There's 7 of us.
You don't have to do it if you can't.
But I can. It's just a question of cost. Go! I'll hold it as long as I can!
Gormasol, are you sure?
Hurry!
We can't wait. I'm going.
No!
Are you alright, Gormasol? Did that hurt?
The portal just got smaller.
Just go!
Gormasol, your portal's shrinking with each use.
I know.
Gormasol, your eyes are bleeding. Stop.
No. Just make it count.
Erith, you made it. But the portal's gone. Where's Gormasol?
We have to press on.
I'm losing count of all the souls I must avenge. Goliath, Hurai, Zasu, Gormasol?
Just think to the future, my dear. One step at a time.
Did we make it? I can't see.
Yes, this is it. Tolken's temple. It's all overgrown. Like it hasn't been visited in centuries.
Does no one pray to us Eternals anymore?
Come on. We'll have to grovel. Let's just be done with this.
Are we really going to bow? Like pathetic mortals?
If you want your immortality back, yes.
Ugh.
O mighty Tolken, we come before you, humbled by our defeat at the hands of Vocifera, to plead you turn back time, so that Eneron may never see this future come to pass.
Oh, please don't be dead, please don't be dead, please don't be dead.
Was that thunder? What did you see? Guys, I'm blind, remember? You have to tell me what's going on.
A bolt from the blue. It struck the altar ahead. Of course.
What? What is it?
Tolken never answers prayers without a sacrifice.
Sacrifice? Ha! Well, this about to be awkward.
Not a living sacrifice, you dolts. The tales go that he will only grant you the blessing of his time if you grant him something which cost yours.
Cost our time?
Yes. Something you gave your time and energy to. The greater the sacrifice, the greater his blessing.
O mighty Tolken, please. We don't have time for games. The fate of all Eneron is up to us. Us and you. Please, we need you.
To finally feel the sting of an unanswered prayer, I almost start to see Vocifera's point.
Well, do we have something to sacrifice? Anyone? Anything?
Surely we must. Mortals live their entire lives in the blink of an eye. Even in such mega lifespans, they can make great machines, mighty castles, and even other mortals. Our lives are infinitely longer. Have we nothing to show for our millennia of existence?
Prayers unanswered and little to show for our lives. Perhaps mortality is a blessing as much as a curse.
I have something.
No, my love, it's too great a cost.
I see no need to hold on to it. If Vocifera wins, then...
What? What is it?
She means the Crossover, our tavern that bridges the mortal realm and the Skurg. For eons we've been its custodians, keepers responsible for the passing of every life on Eneron. We have dedicated more than our time. We've all but lost our humanity to the grim work of helping the dead seek justice.
People of Eneron, hear me. You have toiled your whole lives as mere entertainment for a race of immortals who care nothing for you.
She's in my head!
She's in mine too.
The world has become a sick, twisted reality befitting none but those who look down on us. I, Vocifera, have taken it upon myself to rid the world of these Eternals, and I have almost succeeded.
Oh no.
Only a handful remain, but they shall meet their doom. Look to the skies and see your salvation.
Oh my.
What does that mean?
A falling star. The heavens are ablaze.
A meteor. It's like Dragon all over again.
It's falling too fast to be just a meteor.
It's our extinction, the end of all Eternals. Wait, Erith, what are you...
Tolken, I beseech you once more. Take from Orrigan and me our life's work, the Crossover. I give it freely, as does he. Orrigan? Orrigan!
What does that mean?
It means the same as it did last time. It's not enough.
Hurry! The meteor's almost spun way.
Offer something else.
Orrigan!
There's nothing nothing else to offer.
Look out!
Vocifera's star. It has struck Eneron.
So much destruction. So much fire.
Oregon, we have to give up the crossover. Tell Tolken now.
My love! You cannot!
The earth! It shatter!
My skin! It's melting!
There's no time left. Tolken! I sacrificed myself!
What? No! You can't! Erith!
Oregon? Aif? Idala? Tolken? Anyone? Who's there?
Who are you?
My name is Erith, little one.
Hello, Miss Erith. Are you here to save them?
Save who?
Mommy and Daddy. They're very sick. The doctor says it's the plague. There's no cure. Are you an Eternal? I have prayed every night for weeks and weeks. Are you here to answer my prayer? Eternals can do anything, including curing plagues that can't be cured.
Little dear, I'm not sure
Everyone in town said I was silly. They said, Vocifera, you're wasting your time. Eternals never answer prayers, but I knew you would. I had faith. Please hurry. I think they've stopped breathing.
Your name is Vocifera.
Yes, miss?
Vocifera. Vocifera.
Miss Erith?
I could end this before it ever begins. One final act before I die. To slit the child's throat and undo all of it. Return Eneron to normal. Return the Eternals to...
You're not an Eternal, are you? You're wicked.
No, child. You are wicked. And I will prevent your wickedness from ravaging the world. And I'm going with you.
My mom is 6. I never hurt anyone. Why would you kill me?
Vengeance is a funny thing.
I thought the Eternals would help, but everyone was right about you. You're not gods, you're just big bullies. You make everything worse. One day, someone's going to stand up to you. Goodbye, Mommy. Goodbye, Daddy. I hope the next life will be better than this one.
What have I become?
Miss?
I'm so sorry, little one. I won't hurt you. But your parents have already passed. I'm no healer or necromancer. There's nothing I can do. Ugh! Now where am I?
My love?
Oregon?
Yes?
I'm in the crossover. And you're...
Growing impatient, indeed. Do we have a verdict on our 2 newcomers?
Where are Truin, Idala, Aif, and the rest?
The rest of the Eternals? How should I know? I've not seen them in eons. They're tending to their domains, no doubt.
Am I... dead?
Dear, may we return to the task at hand? Our 2 newcomers?
I remember them. They've already been through the crossover. This isn't real, is it? No. This is a memory. Tolken? Is that you? Are you doing this? I think that's a yes. Why are you showing me this memory, Tolken? Just kill me. I'm ready.
My dear.
Wait. They're Vocifera's parents.
Indeed, I believe they had a 6-year-old daughter who...
Send them back.
What?
Send them back! Send them back!
To Eneron, alive. Has their story touched you that much?
Yes. Because they know a truth that we seem to have forgotten.
And what, pray tell, is that?
That Eneron is a connected world. Millions upon millions of lives carving and molding each other's futures. We Eternals take actions thinking that it will only affect a few individuals, but that is never the case. Every choice we make, every prayer we answer, or fail to, carries the immeasurable weight of millions of lives, ramifications that will ripple through the planet and across time. We hold the balance between order and chaos.
I see. And what does any of this have to do with sending 2 peasants back to their grieving 6-year-old daughter?
Everything, Oregon. Everything.
Oh. That's it. I thought I had more time to live out this memory. Thank you, Tolken, for letting me correct my mistakes, for giving me peace, and for letting me stand at my beloved's side for one moment more. I will uphold my end of the bargain. Goodbye, Eneron. I suppose you'll never know how close you came to destruction. And now, oblivion awaits.
Oh, Goliath, there you are. Have you seen Eryth? I've been looking everywhere for her.
I was hoping you'd seen her.
Well, she's never late. Well, not this late. We have patrons to judge. Where can she be? I can't even reach her with my mind.
Perhaps she'd... Master! What's that?
What's what?
Your ring is glowing.
Oh, Erith.
Master Orrigan, do you recall the enchantment you placed on...
On our wedding rings, yes, of course.
Which were only to glow like that if...
The other had perished.
Does that mean... How? Who would do this? Who took my mistress from me? I shall flay them in 7 dimensions!
Forget that, Goliath. We must hurry. The ring of mind shielding won't last forever. Erith's soul is trapped in there. We must place it, her, within a new host body, now.
Careful, Orrigan. If you bring her back, it won't be her. Not exactly. Her mind survives within the ring, but her body, her face, her voice, her touch, they will not be your Eriths.
Well, better than facing eternity without her. Come, I'll need your help with the ritual. Yes. You remember Charlet, the tiefling sorceress whose soul you consumed?
Quite bitter, if I recall. A bit spicy. Matched her personality.
Well, with the soul gone, I felt it would do little harm to keep the body in stasis, should the unthinkable ever happen.
As it has? Tell me what I must do.
First, I place Erith's ring upon the vessel's finger. Then, I commence the spell. Now, Goliath, you won't be consuming a soul from a body. This time, I'll need you to transfer Erith's soul into it.
At your command, Master Orrigan.
Now, do it.
Awaken!
Goliath, how was your venture?
Splendid, my mistress. How are you feeling?
This body, It is strange. It behaves oddly, like an errant horse. And, I dare say, it sounds like one too.
Well, if you don't like it, I'm sure we can just remove the ring and return you to oblivion.
Very well. I suppose you've had all of the belly rubs you shall need for one eternity.
Oh, ha 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 ha! Good one. But there's no doubt you're still the same Erith underneath.
Glad to hear. Though, I fear Oregon doesn't quite see it that way.
Give him time. It's a big change. He'll come round. It might help if you tell him how you died.
When the time is right. So, what news do you have for me?
That young lady you wanted me to check in on, Vocifera? I'm not sure why you tasked me with such a menial assignment, but it seems she's thriving at the sanctuary. I must say, she shows immense magical aptitude, but greater than that is her determination to become the greatest healer that Eneron has ever known.
That's wonderful.
I also spied something in her dormitory that might be of interest to you.
Oh?
Not in all my years have I seen such a thing.
Ooh, do tell.
A shrine, my mistress. Candles and herbs adorn paintings and assorted texts of you. She has made a shrine honoring you. And what's more, she prays daily. I saw her on hands and knees, thanking Erith the Eternal for her family, for her magical talents, and for her life. Tell me, have you ever heard of such a thing? A healer praying to you?
I can't say that I have.
Anyway, I knew you wouldn't answer her prayers, but I thought...
Oh, but I do, Goliath. Yes, I answer every single one.
And so, Eneron has returned to its former glory, with the Eternals in charge of its fate once again. Erith has unwound the future, and through Oregon's foresight and devotion, she has reclaimed her place as a keeper of the crossover. But not without realizing what role she truly plays in the world. In spite of her insatiable lust for vengeance, it was her compassion that saved Eneron today. Goliath, as well as Oregon and the other Eternals, for their part in this story, are none the wiser to the events that transpired. And so, you may be wondering, how can I know about the events from a future that never happened? I'll never tell. Like Erith, the role I play in the fate of Eneron is complicated and far from over. But that is most certainly a story for another time. And now I, Alabaster, must close the book on this season of stories. Thank you for your time, dear listeners, but fear not, for we have only scratched the surface of my collection of
Fables from the Forgotten.
The Eternal Struggle. Written by Jake Alexander. Produced by Dungeon Studios. Music by William Lanham. ASCII Orchestral and Ambient Music. The Mountain. Mavapix. Juan Sanchez. And U-Noise. Directed by Josh McGinnis and Michael Riley. Edited by Bailey Martin and Michael Riley. Starring Tyree Mapson as Alabaster and Idala.
What's up, guys? Love you dudes. Appreciate you watching.
Hannah Stoltz as Erith.
Hi! Thank you guys for watching.
Piper McCrory as New Erith.
Hey, everybody!
Tim Roberts as Oregon. Woo!
Yeah!
Woohoo! Michael Riley as Goliath. A whoosh. Bailey Martin as Vocifera.
Hi, my loves.
Sarah Crawford as Larfy and Marlana.
Is this thing on?
Sophia Stefanovic as Afe and Sarsu.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yippee!
William Lanham as Gormasol.
Hey, how you doing? Stick around for season 2, all right?
Josh McGinnis as Saren Copperneck.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for your support.
The Upright Man as Truin.
Hey, thanks so much for listening.
Joanna Grotenhouse as Extra Voices.
You said my name right. I feel so seen.
And thank you to all our other voice actors that appeared in this season. Season 1, the first of many, such as Sam Quintenton.
I hope you guys had as much fun listening to this as we did making it.
And Carter Reading was in there too. Great job, guys. That's a wrap. That's a wrap, guys. That's a wrap. Shut it down. Get back into your recording dungeons.
Oh, so good.
Shut it down.
Bye-bye now. Oh my god.
Get the map.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
I hit the wrong horn. I meant the air horn and I got the sad horn.